New Zealand is still shivering in the grip of record low temperatures, with many schools closed, travel plans disrupted and power companies struggling to cope. And Kiwis are being warned to stock up on emergency food and water, with the country's worst storm in decades not over yet and unprecedented demand on power supplies. Let's go to New Zealand correspondent Dominic Schwartz, who's trying to keep warm in Auckland. So Dom, we all know that New Zealand is cold at this time of year, but these polar conditions are very unusual.
They are indeed, and New Zealand, as you said, can expect to shiver right up until the end of the week. We're still locked in this, what weather forecasters are calling once-in-a-generation weather event, an Antarctic low which has covered most of the country and brought snow even to Auckland. Here for the first time in 35 years we had snow yesterday, and the coldest day on record, a high of only 8.2 degrees. And even this morning we're seeing snow further north, 2.5 hours from here. Dargaville has reported snow, and it could go even further north, so very unusual indeed. In Wellington yesterday, it was virtually brought to a standstill, turning it into a winter wonderland, according to the Prime Minister. Overnight, though, it almost was brought to a standstill in terms of electricity. It's usually powered by 4 electricity circuits. That was down to 1, and that was apparently struggling as well, but they made it through.
So what problems have these conditions been causing?
Well, apart from things like power cuts, we've obviously seen a lot of disruption to transport. Airports in the south have been closed. Christchurch, Wellington in the North Island was closed for a little while, but Christchurch, Dunedin and Queenstown were all closed. They reopened this morning, and there are flights moving around, although there's another wintry blast expected this afternoon, so it might be short-lived. Roads too are completely hazardous. There have been instances of drivers trapped, having to wait for snowplows to pull them out and their cars out from the side, and a lot of roads both in the South Island and the North Island are still closed, with cars queuing to get through, even on the desert road here in the North Island, which is one of the major arterials through the central region.
Well, you mentioned Christchurch Airport there, Dom. What about the city itself? How are people coping there?
Yes, poor old Christchurch, it can't seem to take a trick. Although a lot of people were quite happy to see snow, it has created a lot of problems. In some areas there are drifts of up to half a metre thick in the eastern suburbs, which has been particularly hard hit by the earthquakes. And further on the outskirts, around about 1,000 homes are without power. There were freezing temperatures overnight, and they're hoping that they'll have power restored by this afternoon. Schools have been shut, a lot of businesses shut, elective surgery has been postponed, so still a long way to go there.
And the big question, Dom, how long is it all going to last?
Well, we're told we can wear our big puffer jackets and look as resplendent as this until Thursday or Friday, and then hopefully the weather will get a bit warmer.
Good to see you, Dom. Thank you.